So now we have been kind of done our posing. Let's say we have done our posing. We don't need to pose it anymore. And let's see it, by the way, without the pose mode. Control Tab, then go like this, Alt Z, okay. And since I don't want to see this armature, I will just disable the visibility of it. And you see the hand is pretty awful. We have also other artifacts here and there, which is absolutely normal. But if we go to the body, for example, and go to sculpt mode with Control Tab down, you see it goes to the default position. When we go to object mode, it goes to the posed position again. So if we want it to be posed and stay like this while we are on the sculpt mode, we should do the following. We should go and, if we disable the armature, it will go back to this pose, which is, let me see something, by the way. Okay. No. So it doesn't work. So what we'll do is go to object mode and apply as a shape K. No. Control Z. So let's just apply it. Apply, and now it's over. We cannot move it anymore with the bones, but we don't need to because the base pose is here. We have it. So now Control Tab down. Oops. No. We are here. We have only multi-res. So we have applied this. We go to sculpt mode and we can sculpt it now. And we have to sculpt a lot. Of course, as you can see, everything is broken. Everything is like, you know. So we will take this challenge and start sculpting. Of course, I will disable the symmetry because we don't need it. And I will start or continue to adjust this. So this hand, since it's pretty visible, it will be the hardest thing of the whole model, most likely, for most of you. I've seen people which are beginners at sculpting as well as in the software, which is the most difficult, of course. If you haven't sculpted before in other software or with clay, it will be very difficult for you to make this. But it's absolutely normal. I mean, it's not something that is unexpected. It's absolutely normal. This thumb, by the way, I don't like it to be like this. I want it to be a little bit more rotated. So let's go to the lowest subdivision, which is 0. By the way, the lowest subdivisions obviously have problems, so we will not be able to go to them, as you can see, unless we apply the multi-res modifier, which is absolutely what I'm gonna do. So I will go to object mode, apply the multi-res, but in the level viewport I'll go to 3, apply, and then I will add it again here, and then I will unsubdivide a few times, 3 or 4 times. Okay, now we have the lowest level active, which is good. Now we have it. I will press this to have only this active. Now, okay. And what is he doing with this hand? This guy. Alright, now I will try to go to sculpt mode, and I will take this, the pose brush, and try to use it here for the thumb a little bit, to pose the thumb. Yeah, just because I wanted to kind of point at the cup. And then I will grab brush and just continue working. And this, it will be difficult. You have to spend more time than me. Because you want it to be nice. If this hand doesn't look nice, the whole impression of your model will kind of fail a little bit. Of course, since you are probably a beginner, I guess you are, it's not a big deal because this will be your kind of a test model. So it's not necessary to show it anywhere in ArtStation or something. Oh, I'm so proud of this model, I did this. But it will be your first model. It will not be most likely as good. If you have experience with sculpting before, if you have experience with, not with Blender, with sculpting and with art, probably it could be nice. But if you don't have, it's most likely won't be. So look at the other models that people are posting in ArtStation or in the other sites, but ArtStation is the most popular right now, so I'm saying about it. Let me increase the subdivision levels here a lot and continue. And just make sure your model kind of fits the requirements, if you may say. Yeah, because if you just want to post something, if you do this for fun, it's okay, no problem. But if you want to get a job in the industry at some point, for example, then you should try to be more careful and try to put only very good things in your portfolio. Try to avoid things that are not as good, and also things from this kind of courses, for example. Although the things from courses are okay because they show your skill again, but if they're not good, then they show a different type of thing. Yeah, and many people are thinking, okay, I can have a lot of, let's increase this with F. By the way, F also can increase if I haven't said the brush size, but I think I said that already. So it's better to have small number of works in your ArtStation portfolio than to have a lot, but kind of a middle to bad quality works. So people who have like 5 things in their portfolio, but each thing took like 3 months and they know what they're doing because they are good artists, then those things will be very well appreciated by the community. They have a lot of followers, they will have a lot of likes, and they will be searched for. People will write to them in ArtStation for work. I also have, I receive some offers. I most of the time don't take them because these days I like to do characters which are more cartoony, and many people want me for some kind of a, for example, game like Call of Duty or some similar game, which I'm not sure, this is not my thing now. But yeah, that's the idea. You have to try to be better and put some better works, not just random works, just better ones, nice ones. Let's see what's going on. Okay, now the hand is kind of not ultra bad. It's not the worst, it's not the best though. But yeah, this is the hand is difficult even for me, as you can see. I mean, it's not super difficult, and my hand probably will be decent because I cannot release this course if I don't think it's decent. But for you, don't expect that. I mean, put the time and effort. Every and each hour you put on this hand, it will pay off because it will be experience which will teach you something. Everything is experience that teach you something. Even the losses, even the bad things that happen. Everything is experience. And as more experiences we have, the more wise and the more experienced we become. And with the experience come the level. So we increase our level and we become great. Like 80 level and more and above. Which I don't know which level is the last. But 80 level seems like a nice kind of thing. If we figure out the World of Warcraft, I think 80 was the last at some point. Maybe they increased it after that, but I don't follow it that much, that closely. Now I wanna kind of smooth it a little bit, but if I smooth it, then the fingers become thinner, which I don't want. So I will go with the big brush and inflate them with my inflate brush, big inflate brush, and let's see. Yeah, inflate is working a little bit strange here in Blender. In ZBrush, it's working fine. Here it's working a little bit different. Probably it's different, yeah. For me, it's a little bit different. Let's try this overall form of the hand to look a little bit sharper, like this and this. Go to the middle and the middle finger to be a bit sharp. Why not? And those things here I don't like, so I will smooth them. Here I will just do this. And yeah, be careful not to make big knuckles and those kind of tendons, because this is a cartoon character and it wouldn't be nice to have those kind of super anatomical things. We have to have kind of a softish hand here. And probably if you cannot do this kind of type of hand with fingers, you can do a hand without fingers, which will be completely okay. For example, you can smooth this like this and then probably move them together a little bit and it will become like a one, but it's no, I will not do this. This is amazingly bad. Control Z a lot until I have this, and then we'll see. Yeah, make sure your knuckles are not in one line. They're a little bit on like an arch. And you can, by the way, if you are kind of into anatomy and stuff, which you should be if you want to be a character artist, you can go to my channel, which is SpeedChar in YouTube, and I have few videos about different parts of the body, of course realistic, but they can get you a good base of how to sculpt different parts. Like I have for hands, for arms, for fist even, and for face, of course. For body I don't think I have, but in the hand video I say a little bit about the body. And also I have a full course. That's maybe most of you know. I have a full course of human anatomy and female anatomy too, which is also human, of course, but it's a little bit different, the female anatomy. So yeah, that's why I have a different course, another one, I mean, for female anatomy. Okay, almost all of this video we did this, but it's okay. Now I will push this more into the pocket, get to the pocket, remove the symmetry and just increase the size of the pocket. Then I go back with Alt and Q to the hand, move it like this, and then I'll go to this. Now we have to go to object mode, select the overall sweater and apply, and then go back to sculpt mode and smooth. And smooth only the parts that are problematic, and you see we have issues on some parts. We'll smooth them, and then yeah, when this happens and the Alt starts to come out under your mouse and the Blender starts to lag, you have to Control Tab and Control Tab again, just 2 times, just to kind of refresh it maybe. I don't know, but this happens to me from time to time, and this way I fix it and it's working normally after that. So it's pretty easy, but you have to know it. If you don't know it, you'll say, oh, what happened with my computer or Blender or whatever, what happened? Yeah, ZBrush does that too. So it's probably a problem of this kind of 3D programs, who knows? Especially when sculpting. And in ZBrush you are always sculpting, so yeah, it's happening. But it's not an issue. And ZBrush is more expensive than Blender, even with this plugin, which is, for me, the only plugin that I use, paid plugin that I use in Blender. And still is around $100 or something. Many people say that if you want to work very comfortably with Blender, you have to put plugins that will be worth around $500 onto Blender, which I don't think is it's necessary, especially in the beginning. In the beginning of your career as an artist, and when you are learning, when you are studying it. Because first, this Quad Remesh plugin, you don't need to buy it in the beginning. You have to just test it for 1 month. And if you like it, then you can probably buy it. Second, I have made a full character. I will show you. This one, I remeshed it completely by hand. This is all, let me show you the wireframe. It's all made by hand. It's 11,000 triangles. This, and it's very, very low. 11,000 triangles for this level of detail, this kind of a thing is very low. So this is absolutely possible without any plugins for retopology. You can just manually retopologize. As I showed you, I did it the same way we did the mouse. The same way. Absolutely the same way. So the body of the mouse and the head of the mouse. Mostly the head. I didn't use, like we did with the body of the mouse, I didn't use primitives. I just used one plane and then started from there and use it a lot. Oops. Okay. Now, yeah, that's what I want to say. Many people will tell you that Blender is not good enough and it's not ready yet for using production. It's bullshit. I mean, it's yeah, I can say from my own experience, it's not true. It's just not true. It's ready even in its normal state to go into production. I mean, to use it in production, because I use it. And you don't even need this kind of plugin, although this add-on, although it's kind of nice to have. I mean, for the final low poly and then UVs and then in the in-game model, you need to do it by hand if you have lower poly count. But for the in-between retopologizing, when you have to have a cleaner mesh to work on and then to do the details for the high poly, then the quad remesher is your friend for life. It's not quad remesher, I think it's quad remesh. Quad remesher, yes, quad remesher. Okay, whatever. So now we go, and if you write quad remesher in the browser, you will see what I mean. I mean, it's fine, and you can see people are using it. Now, what I'm trying to do here is kind of dial down this, but let's see our model, because if we don't look at it, it will be a little bit bad. So, yeah, physics, you know, this is going down by the gravity, and this is going also down and touching the hand itself, and the hand should be thinner in here. And I should smooth this because I don't want it to be squarish or to have certain bumps. I want it to look as good as possible. Because, you know, this is my first course in Blender, by the way. First full course in Blender, and I just want it to be as good as possible. That's it. And as all of my courses, when I do them, I'm really trying to do them good, and I'm trying to teach people, because that's the whole idea, right? The whole idea is not to show my skills to the public and to show, see how good I am. It's not the point. You will not learn anything. So I'm trying to explain everything as much as possible with as much as possible details. For example, as I explained to you how to do the head, how the head is compared to the body, to just pay attention to those things, because when you're a beginner, you cannot know what to pay attention to, and you will probably, as I told you in the beginning, when you are starting, you may do a small head and big body, which for this character will be a big mistake. You need, as I told you, to have a head, and the body itself without the legs should be shorter than the head. If you notice how short is the head from the top to the chin here, and the body is shorter than the head. And then you have little legs, which are not very big because they're little. Wow. Yeah, this was a revelation, you know. The short legs are not big because they're short and little. What is happening here? Now, the glasses are moved. So what I want to do is kind of delete the armature. I just want to delete it. I don't want it to have any effect. Hopefully it will do. Okay, this looks fine. Maybe the eyes also. Let's try to select the eyes and delete the armature. But there is something wrong here. Particle system we have, good. But there is something wrong. Let's go to object mode, because I have problems. And we have to try, let's press N and tool view. Location, rotation, we don't have, which is good. Let's try the eyes. Location, rotation, Alt R, Alt S, Alt G, Alt R, Alt S, Alt G. I'm just trying to reset those things, because I see that my eyes or my something is not in the center. You see here, something is a problem here because of the skeleton, I assume. I'm not sure, but yeah, this, let's see it from the front view. And are the glasses not on the center, or the head? The head, I think, is tilted a little bit on the side. So Alt R, we'll try. Yes, that was the problem. So Alt R is just resetting the rotation of the head, and yeah, it's good. Now it's good. We fix it. That's fine. I don't like the hand yet, but we'll see what happens. But the overall sweater is starting to look relatively nice. Maybe we can inflate a little bit the sleeves more and put kind of a different thing in here, fold. Okay, different fold. And we can go to the shadow catcher. By the way, let's go to this and disable it. Okay, I disabled the armature for that, and for this also we can disable, but we don't have it here, so it's okay. Yeah, some things, since this is automatic skinning, so the bones to the mesh, they automatically skin to themselves, and then some bugs happen and some things are moving which shouldn't move, so we have to be careful about that too. But he's holding the bucket. This is kind of a bucket, yeah, and with this hand he cannot hold it from the side. It's just practically impossible, except he smash it, because it's plastic, for example. He can smash it and then he can hold it probably, but otherwise it's impossible. But if we smash it, it will be a little bit of you know, and our dice inside will not be as in a good position. So see you in the next video, and we will see what else we have to adjust in order to make it a good model. I mean, now it's already acceptable, but we need a little bit more tweaks for it to be nicer. Also shadow on the floor, which in Cycles is achieved super easy, I will show you, but in Eve it's a little bit more tricky, and I even don't know exactly how to do it in Eve from my head, but I look at some tutorial and I just do it, and I will show you how it's done also. Yeah.